And, Brian and I have our own practice, and we have flexibility with having our own business, but with that flexibility comes a lot of stress. Divorcing people is not a stress-free job by any stretch of the imagination. And, it has started to creep into other areas of my life. It comes home with me a lot of nights, and I get grumpy and snappy to my husband, to my kids, and I don't like the person that I am when I'm doing that. Sitting behind a desk all day, I didn't get a lot of exercise. I was overweight. I was not feeling healthy. I was feeling trapped in my job, trapped in a cycle of just, no confidence and wanting something better, but not really knowing how to get there. Being a lawyer, just like Lori said, we have tons of student loans and financial responsibility, and having a small practice is a lot different than working at a large firm. So there are financial pressures that come with that as well. So I was really at the point where I was looking for something that was going to help relieve stress from a physical point of view, get myself into shape, and be a better mom, be a better wife, and find some other options out there from what I was doing.
So we know what a conventional life is, and it's filled with deadlines, alarm clocks, getting up in the morning. Does anyone have the Sunday night blues? I used to have that all the time. No, your Sunday night, you're just dreading going to work on Monday. You're running late, time crunches, deadlines, obligations, everyone wanting something from you. And then you jump in your car to go to work, and you're in this gridlock. And before you even get to the office, you're like ready to rip someone's head off. And then you have to go there all day, sit at a desk, or just sit behind a counter, whatever you do. And you have a sedentary lifestyle. And then you got to go home too. And when you go home, you're stuck in the traffic again, and your loved ones are waiting for you to come home. And you're like ready to rip their heads off as soon as you get through the door because you can't deal with the traffic. And then you're probably working for someone, or you're working with people you may not like, and you have someone who's barking orders at you all the time, or you don't feel you're appreciated, your creativity is getting stifled. You just don't feel you're in the place where you can, get promoted easily, or, move on with, currently where you are now. And this is officially the rat race. That's what you've just entered. And that's what a lot of us are living every day, unfortunately, in our culture. We're just spinning around. We feel like we're not getting ahead. We don't have the freedom. We don't have the flexibility. And we're stuck. And sometimes you think, well, maybe I should go to school. Maybe I can, get an education, get a better job. And then you're thinking, well, it takes money to go to school. I don't have that money. How am I going to make more money where I worked? I don't have the time to do it. So you get caught up. And I think the biggest thing you get caught up with, and I did too, is thinking that extreme success is for someone other than you. And I started thinking that, the last 10 years. I see other people go on vacations, having these huge houses, and I'm thinking maybe that lifestyle is for someone else. It's not meant for me. And I used to think that a lot. And you might have the job where you're just sitting there, like waiting for 5 o'clock to come. Do you ever do that? We do that so much, it's embarrassing. But when you think about it, you're just waiting for your life to pass by, right? If you're waiting for the time to go by, you're just like anxiously waiting for your life to go by, and you're just like ready to pull out your hair. You don't feel challenged. You're not doing a good job. You're not relaxed. You want some flexibility, maybe just some extra income that you can do something fun. So that's where Beachbody coaching came in through us. In the last year, we found a lot of changes in our own life, and we saw a huge life balance that we didn't know was going to happen. So here's how it started for me. For me, it started with P90X. My husband and I got it, and that's our before and afters. That's his with P90X. He won the Beachbody Challenge, by the way, just the monthly one, but still. And we started building up and just doing more and more programs. We started eating healthier. We started drinking Shakeology. I was going to a neurologist before. It stopped my back pain. I have the worst sugar addiction of anyone you'll ever meet in your life, okay? And the Shakeology killed it. I mean, I didn't want to buy Shakeology. I researched it for 4 years. I finally decided to do it, and I never looked back. And I lost 20 pounds, and you can see my husband got in great shape. But it wasn't just our physical transformation, it was our life transformation. That's really what changed for me. It was a ripple effect. So look at the top left-hand picture. That's me and my niece. So when she comes and visits me from where she lives up in New York, she's working out with me. So I'm setting a good example for her. That's my mom. I don't know if everyone knows Tony Horton, right? He actually has a program for older people called Tony Horton and the Folks. So I bought that for my mom, and she does it. And I took a picture for her. She came and did it at my house. It's hilarious. The picture in the top right is I did 2 5Ks. Okay, this is someone that never even ran. I never jogged. Okay, I would jog like 2 seconds and be like, I'm hurting. And the picture is very special to me because I'm showing my stomach. And I didn't show my stomach for a good 20 years, if ever, maybe when I was like 14. So that was a huge, small success for me. And you can see the pictures with my husband. We went to the beach. I felt confident. I was finally in good shape. We're going out to dinner. Because what happens with Beachbody is you start relaxing and you start feeling good and you start getting in touch with friends that you haven't talked to in forever. And I have people come over to my house working out with me. Crystal's listening right now. She's been at my house a couple times working out with me. And the picture in the middle is when I went to Beachbody Coach Summit, they said, what did Beachbody do for you? And I said, they made it so I can wear shorts again. And seriously, that's all I really wanted was just to feel comfortable in my own skin. So what's your transformation?
All right. Well, it's been huge. One, I've found fitness. I've never been an athletic person. I'm not a runner. I have 2 left feet. But I was able to find fitness, and I'm stronger than I've ever been. I'm in the best shape of my life, and I'm being a really good example to my kids, which was one of my biggest goals. With 2 young daughters, I wanted to be a good example for them, I want them to grow up with a positive body image. And I feel like I'm providing that for them finally. No yo-yo dieting, no, just good habits. And, they see me working out every day and they join in with me a lot of times, which is awesome. And they see fitness as fun. They eat healthy food. Begrudgingly sometimes, most of the time, but they're still exposed to it and they're doing it. I've been able to maintain this for a year, which is something I've never been able to do. I have always been the girl that goes on a diet for 3 weeks, has a tiny success and then falls off the wagon for 6 months. So this really has been a huge accomplishment. And then, I've made some really great friendships, going to Vegas last month to Summit. I met some amazing people and just other coaches that I've gotten to know through Facebook and through Super Saturdays and Summit. I'm really building some wonderful friendships. So, those have just been, kind of the tip of the iceberg in positive effects on my life. So, what is this coaching thing all about that we're talking about? You've heard about it. You've heard us all talking about it. But what exactly is it? Well, Beachbody was started in the 90s, and it was really an infomercial company. Everybody's seen the infomercials for P90X or TurboFire, T25, Insanity. So it's a company that's been around and that's familiar to people. And then about 7 years ago, the higher ups at Beachbody realized that people that were doing the programs and that were finding success in the programs, that were finishing their workout programs, were sharing their experiences with their friends. And when they were doing that, other people were wanting to try what their friends were doing because they were having success. And they realized that through the message boards at beachbody.com, people were staying on their programs. The programs weren't just collecting dust on the shelves when they got bought. And that was something that Beachbody wanted to be sure happened. If you bought a tape, if you bought a workout program, you were going to do it. I said tape.
Yeah. I haven't heard that in a while.
So they want to be sure that the program's not collecting dust on the shelf, that it's getting used, and that people are finding health and success. So that's how the coaching network started. They realized, instead of all of these people just sharing their results with others, that they would form a coaching network so that they could reward those people that were sharing their experiences. So what does being a coach do for you? What are the benefits of coaching? Well, first of all, you get a 25% off discount of all of your products through Beachbody. Who doesn't love a sale? I love a sale. Lori loves a sale. I mean, come on. So you get a 25% off discount, and that means your Shakeology orders, any new programs, if you decide derm exclusive for, face products. So that's one positive. And before I go too much further, you can decide that you just want to get the discount, and that's fine. There are a lot of people that just want to get a discount on their Shakeology every month. But then if you decide you want to be more active with your business, how does it work? How do you make money? Well, your success in Beachbody is directly related to the number of people that you're able to help. The more people that you can share your experiences with and help encourage and motivate and support and have them reach their success and reach their goals is going to equate to how successful you are in your Beachbody business. So how do you find, how are you successful and how do you help people? Well, challenge groups. I'm sure you all have seen posts about challenge groups on Facebook or Instagram. A challenge group is it's a private Facebook group or online group run by a coach, and participants would buy what we call a challenge pack. So it's your workout program, your Shakeology, and then your online support. You get support through Beachbody, through the Beachbody website and the message boards there.
Us, we're supporting you too.
And us, coaches, not just us, us, the network. So your coach that you sign up with will run challenge groups, and those groups are filled with other people just like you that are looking to get in shape, find better health, and reach their goals. So that's what a challenge group. So you can help people through the groups. And do they work? They totally work. Beachbody has thousands of success stories, and they run the Beachbody Challenge associated with the challenge group, I guess, where people can enter to win, up to $100,000. Showing their before and after pictures of their transformation.
Which I still need to win because, like I said, my husband won it and he's holding that over my head. So,
and they're incredible. The transformations that people have done in the way people have changed their life through their programs, not only physically but emotionally and self-esteem, confidence, and with coaching, financially. Are immeasurable. So helping others adds to your happiness. You're going to find success through, just personal self-esteem, through helping others, and then financially as well. So,
but how?
How
does it work?
How do we break this down? So here's just an example. If you were going to try to bring your business to an active place, Beachbody doesn't have any quotas or minimums that you have to sell each month if you're a coach. So again, if you just wanted to be a discount coach, you can do that and not have to sell anything to anyone.
And we don't even like selling.
Right. We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We're just using that for demonstrative purposes.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So here's an example. If you're running a challenge group, you need people in your challenge group. So in your first month of running a challenge group, you're able to connect with 2 people that decide to buy challenge packs. So in your first month, you earn $100 from your sale of 2 challenge packs, which pays for your month of Shakeology. So in month 2, you run another challenge group, and you would sell another 2 challenge packs, and you'd sell maybe 2 orders of Shakeology to people that maybe are runners or go to a gym and don't want to work out at home, but still needs that nutritional supplement. So you have the commission earned from the new sales, and then you also get residual income coming from the 2 Shakeology orders that you had from your challenge pack the month before. You earn $224. Now in challenge group number 3, because you're starting to get the hang of this, you're getting some momentum, people are seeing you posting, so you are able to connect with 4 people who buy challenge packs, and then an additional 2 Shakeology orders. So you've got 6 people ordering from you in challenge group number 3, and you have the 4 residual Shakeology orders from challenge group 1 and challenge group 2. So at challenge group 3, you've earned $432. So this continues on and on and on, and really the sky's the limit.
Yeah, and it's I mean, just to show you how it works, like I said, I recently had a baby. Now, the first 4.5 months of my pregnancy, I'm not lying to you when I say it was horrendous. I had 24/7 morning sickness. You know, they call it morning. Not true. I hardly can get out of bed, okay? And I wasn't logging into Facebook. You know, some people can't take the smells of certain things when they're pregnant. For some reason, I had an aversion to Facebook. I literally couldn't go on it. It made me sick. So I wasn't going on at all. So I decided to look at the money I made during that point of time, and I randomly chose a week. So that week, I was probably sicker than a dog, and I made $431. And so that just goes to show how the residual income works. When you start getting loyal people that are in your challenge groups, and Beachbody also gives you free leads. You know, the people that are calling up the TV, calling on the internet, Beachbody puts those into your, customer base, and they keep ordering the shake and you keep getting that money. So that's a cool example of how the residual income works.
So what would that extra income do for you? What would an extra $100, $300, $500, $1,000 a month do for you or your family? It could make a car payment. It could buy groceries, pay down some credit card debt or student loan debt, save for buying a house. It could pay for a babysitter so you and your husband can get out for dinner more than once every 6 months. It could be saving towards a family vacation, or maybe a vacation with just you and your spouse, to get away from the kids. Or maybe it allows you not to have to work quite as much. Maybe you don't have to take an extra shift, or maybe you can leave work a little bit earlier, and it allows you to spend more time with your family, which, who doesn't want to do that? So what about the perks? Well, Beachbody offers a lot of perks that no job of mine has ever offered before. So if you're actively building your Beachbody business, Beachbody has what they call a Success Club trip, where they're rewarding people that are building their business, building a customer base. Last year, the Success Club trip was a Royal Caribbean cruise that Beachbody took over the entire ship for a week. This upcoming year, it's an all-inclusive trip to a resort in Cancun. We also have our annual National Coach Summit. It's been in Vegas the last number of years. This year, it's going to be 2015 is going to be in Nashville. There are a lot of other local events that are held quarterly, other types of incentive trips that are awarded to coaches for, meeting their own goals, the coaches' goals, and exceeding those goals. So,
very fun.
Very fun.
Good times.
So, what's it going to cost you? Because let's get down to the nitty-gritty, right? So, it's a $40 sign-up fee, but it's waived if you buy a challenge pack, or if you are in the military or are a spouse of an active military member. Also, there's a $15 monthly fee that you pay each month to be a coach. What that $15 fee covers is customer service. So if something goes wrong with one of your customers, let's say, oh, I got my Pio DVD and one of the discs doesn't work. Well, you say, oh, here, let me give you this email address to customer service at Beachbody and send them on their way. And the people at customer service are great, and they're attentive and get back to the customers and handle those issues for you. The $15 fee also Beachbody provides you with a website, 2 websites, Shakeology website and a Beachbody website. So you can customize those websites, but they are managed by Beachbody, and you don't really have to think about it. And then finally, that $15 fee covers all of the products and packaging and shipping. You don't have to have a warehouse of products at your house. Beachbody has the warehouse, and they take care of all of that.
I pretty much have one because I have so many programs.
Yeah.
Literally, my whole closet's full of programs that I'm buying for myself.
Yeah. But you don't have to have anything more at your house than what you're going to use, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So this Beachbody stuff, it's crazy.
We're still talking about Beachbody coaching.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Right? Totally unconventional. So let's talk about the misconceptions, because there are tons of them. I mean, we have plenty of misconceptions about being lawyers.
People think things about our jobs every day. So
So
we're kind of used to it.
but let's talk about it. So a common objection that we hear is, well, I'm not in good shape, so I can't be a coach. Well, you don't have to be in good shape to be a coach. It's all about a journey and sharing with others and helping other people on their journey. And, someone that is in the process of losing weight is really relatable to other people that are losing weight. Mm-hmm. No one's perfect. Nobody starts out perfect. Nobody starts this business knowing everything or being in the best shape. So that is one common misconception. Another is, well, I don't have time. Lori and I both work really long hours. We've got kids and families. Most of you all do, but this doesn't take a million hours a day. You need
1 hour, really.
1 hour.
1 hour a day, 2 if you want to be really successful.
Right. So it's not a bunch of time, and you don't have to sit for 1 hour. You can do 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there. Oh, let me type this while I'm having my coffee and brushing someone's hair, and so you can fit it in little bursts.
And Andrew's right. You just have to be consistent. That's what
true.
It is.
It's consistency. And I don't want to be an icky salesperson. Well, neither do I. Neither do you. Neither do you. So you're not an icky salesperson. What you're doing is sharing something that you're passionate about. You're sharing your passions with people that maybe are asking about it. People are going to be curious what you're doing, and they're curious about the products, and you're sharing it with them.
That reminds me, before I became a Beachbody coach, for 4 years I was doing the programs. I can't tell you how many people I talked to about hip hop abs. It was ridiculous. I was telling people all the time, and I didn't realize I was coaching then, but I wasn't getting any commission back or any money for it. I was just doing it. I was speaking with passion because I really did believe in the products.
Right. And that's all you're doing as a coach is sharing. And you'll hear no, and that's okay. So what about, I don't have the money to be a Beachbody coach right now.
They need to take us to lunch.
Yeah. Well, if you don't need the money, yes. We'll give you our number later. But what if I don't have the money to be a Beachbody coach? That's one we hear all the time. If you're saying that you don't have the money to be a Beachbody coach, then you need to be a Beachbody coach.
Yes.
Because it's such a great opportunity to make money. The goal in your first month as a coach is to earn enough back to pay for your own products and then to build from there. And there are so many great training programs and resources through Beachbody, through all the coaches in the network, that you are not going to be left high and dry and not knowing what to do. So you are given every tool and opportunity to succeed, and then really it's up to you to do that. What about, I'm an introvert? One of the number one coach from last year, Lindsay Matway, is
the biggest introvert.
Proclaimed introvert, huge introvert, and she is insanely successful.
A lot of the top coaches are, and apparently Scottie Hobbs is too.
Yeah,
that's what they say.
That's what I hear that. Yeah. So you can be an introvert and be successful in this business. This is all through social media and reaching out and listening to people, listening to what they're saying, and then considering what they're saying and pointing them in the right direction, sharing with them what can be helpful for them. What about, I'm embarrassed? That's, this is an unconventional job. It's an unconventional path, and people are going to criticize, and the criticism is really from fear and not knowing.
Yes.
Being uneducated.
And wanting to do something themselves that's a little bit outside of the box, but being afraid because we have all these expectations on us about what we're supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, there's some other objections that we hear as coaches.
Oh, there's a big one. We haven't talked about yet, the big pink elephant in the room.
The big pink elephant in the room.
What's that?
That would be, well, it's a pyramid scheme. So what is a pyramid scheme? Nobody really knows what a pyramid scheme is. I didn't know what a pyramid scheme was when I first started coaching. I'd heard it. It was bad. People go to jail for it. Well, Beachbody is, an accredited Better Business Bureau corporation. They were in business long before the coaching network even started. The coaches are all issued 1099s at the end of the year, so we have to pay taxes. And if the IRS is willing to take our tax money and want us to pay taxes to them, it's legitimate, right? Some other things are, you're not making any upfront purchases. You're not required to buy like $5,000 worth of Beachbody products and keep them in your garage and try to give them to every Tom, Dick, and Harry that you see. The only investment that you're making is for the products that you're personally going to use. You don't have to pay back anything on your investment. You're not limited by the people that are upline from you. Like Lori's my upline coach. I'm not limited by her success. I have the ability to grow and exceed her, just like Lori has the ability to exceed Scottie. And so there's no ceiling on this. And it's not illegal. It's legal.
Yeah.
Legal. Yeah. So if you're interested in living outside of the box, be sure that you talk with the coach that gave you this webinar information so you can get some more information from them, and maybe this is right for you. So thanks, everybody.
Thanks for attending, everyone.
Thanks for having us.
Have a good night.
Good night.